Hello students. So the last class I have defined what are agricultural practices, and also I have told there are 7 activities in the agricultural practices. They are, the first one is the preparation of soil, second is sowing of seeds, then application of manure and fertilizer, irrigation, weeding, that is the removal of weeds, we'll discuss what are weeds, then harvesting, and last is the storage. So all these are the part of the agricultural practices. So today we'll discuss about the first activity of the agricultural practices, that is preparation of soil. So let me discuss about the first activity in the preparation of soil. So first thing we should know why the preparation of soil is important, means why we should prepare the soil before growing the crops. Just as when you give the exam, a teacher prepares you, or parents prepare you for the exam, just like that, for growing a good crop, the farmer first prepare the soils to get a good crop. So you all know that plants grow in the soil and they obtain the water and nutrients from the soil through their roots. So the soil should be in such a condition that it will be easy for the root to absorb this water and nutrients from the soil. Second is, you know that the roots hold the plants, or they fix the plant to the soil. So root must be able to penetrate into the soil so that they can fix the plant. Next is, there are certain microbes and organisms which help to increase the fertility. So their presence is a must in the soil so that we can get a good crop. So to get all these benefits, it is necessary to prepare the soil. So now coming to the steps in the preparation of soil. So in the preparation of soil, there are 2 steps. First is called as the plowing, second is called as the leveling. First is the plowing, second is leveling. So let me define first what is plowing. So you can see the process of loosening and turning the soil is called plowing or tilling. Loosening. The loosening means once you lose the soil, then there are a lot of air space develops in the soil. So the soil become aerated or ventilated. Turning means mixing the soil. In the turning the soil, the lower soil will come to the top will go down. So it will help mixing and turning the soil. So after defining what is the definition of plowing, let us discuss what are the advantage of plowing or tilling the soil. So coming to the first advantage, that is, loose soil contains a lot of air space in it. I have already told, when you turn or lose the soil, it becomes ventilated and there is space for the air. So this allows the root to breathe in. You know that the roots need to breathe, otherwise the plants will die. So it helps the root to breathe. Second is, loose soil allows the root to penetrate deep into the soil. I have told you, in the loose soil, root can penetrate deeply and they can help the plant to fix to the soil. So after that, the next advantage which we will discuss in this will be, it helps to uproot the undesirable plants. So I told you, once you plow the field, then the unnecessary plants will be there in the field, they will come out. Once they come out or they uproot, they will dry and die. So whatever unwanted plants are there in the field, they will be die when we plow the field. Next point is, loose soil mixes uniformly with manure or fertilizer. You can just take a simple example. If something is hard, can you mix something with it? No. But once it becomes loose and airspace fluffy, then it is easy to mix. So if the soil is loose, then we can uniformly mix the manure and fertilizer in the soil. Next point is, already I have discussed about the some organisms. They are the earthworm and the microbes. They help to loosen the soil, and also they help in adding the humus, which increases the fertility of the soil, so that we can get a good crop, because soil should be fertile to get a good crop. Sometimes these are also called as the friends of farmer, because they help to lose the soil and also they help in adding the humus. Next point, I have told turning the soil brings the lower soil to up to land. So this helps in bringing the nutrient rich soil from the lower layers to the upper layers, which becomes the, so the nutrients become easily available to the plants. So nutrients become easily available to the plants. So let me again revise the points. First is plowing, it uproots the undesirable plants. Second is uniformly mixes with the manures, then help in the growth of the microbes, and so they are called the friends farmer. And third, brings the nutrient rich soil from the lower to the plant, and it becomes easily available to the plants. Next, it is discussed that there are certain implements which help in plowing. It is called a plow. There are also some more implements which we'll discuss later on, and next class we'll discuss about it. Now coming to the second step in the plowing, that is the leveling. So what happens after plowing the soil? What happens? Sometimes there are some big pieces of soil are also present in the field. They are called as the crumbs. And if you don't break the crumbs, then also it is difficult to get a good crop. So these crumbs are broken down by the help of a plank. They are broken into small pieces by the help of a plank. Then with the help of a labeler, the field is labeled. And once the field is labeled, after plowing, then after breaking the crumbs with the help of plank, after labeling, now the soil becomes ready for the next activity, that is the sowing of seeds, which we will discuss in the next class. Thank you very much, children.